HCAM News is supported by our viewers and by Hopkinton Drug, located in this historic New England town since 1954. They are a multifaceted store dedicated to providing clients with an array of healthcare options.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to this edition of HCAM News. I'm HCAM News Director Tom Nappy, here to fill you in with what's happening in Hopkinton. On today's edition of HCAM News, this past week, Hiller Springs Sports celebrated Senior Night. We start off with Hiller Girls Lacrosse. On Monday, May 22nd, Hiller Girls Lacrosse celebrated Senior Night before taking on Ashland. Here's a look at the Senior Day festivities.
First up, we have number 19, Jamie Arena. Jamie will be meeting her mom, Lynn, father, Joe, and her brother, Joey. Next up, number 8, Emma Daisy. Her parents, Alice and Mark, and her brothers, Patrick, Ryan, and Matt. Next up, number 9, Emily Hayward.
How do you do it? How do you score YouTube? That was a scandal. That product.
Number 11, Sinead Hurd. And finally, number 7, Lisa Ricky, met by her mother. Brother Sydney and Joe Claudia.
Come up, piece of paper.
The teams went back and forth in the first half. See Focus with it. Sends it out in front. Shot in. And that is Julie Schreiber, the junior, striking for the first score of the day. So Ashland draws first blood. They lead it 1-0. 23:39 left to go in the first half. They've all been terrific contributors to this girls lacrosse program. Out in front, shot in. Bouvier feeds Dacey, and Dacey strikes. A 1-1 game. Out in front, Hillers on the attack again, and again they strike. Jamie Arena with the go-ahead score. A great feed by Emma Dacey. Now along the far side to Rigney. Pass over by Hayward. Miller's looking to set up shop in front of the net. Hayward looking to attack. Shot. And it's in. It took both teams a second to realize where the ball ended up. Off the whistle. Shot in. Jamie Arena makes it 4-1. And she has her second goal of the day. Miller's looking to open things up in front of the net once again. Hayward sends it over. Shot, yes. Hayward to Dacey. Just under 12 minutes left to go here in half number one. Hayward with it. Over to Dacey. Looking to approach. Scoots it back to Bouvier. Shot, yes. Great feed from Dacey to Bouvier, and Bouvier feeds the net. Off the whistle, she approaches. Shot, yes! Emily Hayward goes top shelf. It was a 7-6 Hiller lead heading into the second half. Flings it in! What a shot! Well, she didn't take any steps. She just flung it right in there. And we are knotted up at 9 apiece. Gets it back. Schreiber out in front. Good feed, and it's in. Schreiber to Vitti. Second time we've seen that connection. Dacey looking to get it out in front. It's put in. And what a pass by Dacey to Hayward, and Hayward quickly puts it in. Emma Chapman getting to the back line first. Chapman nets it. Big time goal there as Ashland reclaims the lead. Here, time is on their side as they have the lead. Looking to add on to that lead, and they will. Lily Vitti has a hat trick. Ashland ended up taking the very well fought out game by a final of 12-10. The Hiller girls ended up finishing the season with 6 wins and 12 losses. And now wait to see who they will face in the postseason. HCAM programming is supported by our viewers, thank you, and by Phipps Insurance Agency, representing companies such as MapFree Insurance. Their family-owned independent agency is deeply rooted in the communities they serve and offer time-tested insurance products to fit individual needs. Since 1950, Phipps Insurance specializes in home, auto, business, condo, and renters insurance. Welcome back to HCAM News. President of the 26.2 Foundation, Tim Kilduff, recently gave an inside look at the new International Marathon Center expected to be built in town. Here's a look.
The 26.2 Foundation's vision for an International Marathon Center is in motion. The IMC will be located in Hopkinton, Massachusetts, on a 19-acre parcel of land adjacent to the historic Boston Marathon course, between the starting line and the 1-mile marker, which is celebrated by a 12-foot statue honoring Greek marathon champions Stelianos Kyriakidis and Spiridon Louis. The center will provide a wide range of state-of-the-art resources, including a museum, a hall of fame, auditorium, conference, event and hospitality facilities, exhibition halls, walking trails, a trails hub, and education and research space. Education programs will be paramount, and the IMC will be available for use by business, schools, and private and community groups. We're excited to share a preview of the visitor experience. Your journey begins in the Human Spirit Theater. From there, you'll move into the Battle of Marathon and the story of Pheidippides, and into the Olympics, ancient and modern, with a compelling interactive presentation. The next gallery features the Boston Marathon, where its rich history is brought to life through video, artifacts, and interactive displays. The main marathon gallery offers interactive media and exhibits that tell the stories of marathons around the globe. One of the most dynamic displays will be the interactive running track, hitting the pavement. Every visitor will be invited to time themselves against a world-class athlete. Each marathon has its own special spirit, and in this gallery, you'll encounter the reach and breadth of the sport and how it has become personalized throughout the globe. The Marathon Culture Gallery presents a full picture of the marathon, not just the athletes, but also the volunteers, spectators, and all the other elements that make up a long-distance race. Plans are developing for a unique virtual reality experience that will allow visitors to be part of a particular marathon of their choosing, anywhere in the world. In the Health and Well-Being Gallery, you'll learn about the importance of nutrition, various elements of training, important aspects of diets, and specific regimens. Our goal is to highlight this extensive body of research on endurance sports. The Science and Technology Gallery will display the innovations and development in running gear, shoes, apparel, electronics, and more. In addition, visitors will also learn about the evolution of equipment for wheelchair para-athletes, hand cyclists, and duo racers. Finally, the Hall of Excellence highlights the power of the human spirit, linking your experience back to the center's overall theme. A large interactive media display in the center of the room will allow you to discover and research individuals and learn about their inspirational stories. This display will allow you to click the story, and the details about the individual, including video, will come up on the wall. We hope you enjoyed this preview of the visitor experience. In closing, the International Marathon Center will be a world-class destination that proves that there's much more to a marathon than running 26.2 miles.
Rick and his father, Dick Hoyt, told their story at Elmwood School. The father and son are well known for competing in the Boston Marathon, in addition to other marathons, triathlons, and athletic competitions. At birth, Rick Hoyt was born a spastic quadriplegic with cerebral palsy, but that has not stopped the father and son from competing in over 1,000 athletic events, and they are a prime example showing that anything is possible. This year, they brought their message to Elmwood School of yes, you can.
Team Hoyt is a father and son team, and I'm the dad, and Rick, my son, when he was born, the doctors said forget him, put him away, put him in an institution, he's going to be nothing but a vegetable for the rest of his life. Well, today, Rick is 53 years old. He's graduated from public high school, graduated from Boston University, lives all by himself in his own apartment, and Rick and I have competed in over 1,100 athletic events in the past 35 years. You know, and we're still trying to figure out what kind of vegetable Rick is.
Are you guys going to be competing in any more events coming up?
Yes, we are. Last year we made an announcement that Rick and I will not be doing any more Ironman triathlons or full marathons. I'm 75 years old and my body's starting to tell me to slow down, but Rick and I will be doing Olympic-sized triathlons and 10-mile races and 5 miles and 10Ks, the shorter distance type of races, and we're hoping to be able to do 20 races this summer.
And can you tell us about the message you look to convey doing these presentations?
Okay, our message is yes, you can. There isn't anything you can't do as long as you make up your mind to do it. And there's no such word as can't in the Hoyt vocabulary.
I applied to do the World's Championship Ironman Triathlon out in Kona, Hawaii. They also turned us down. They said, Dick, you're a good athlete. You can compete, but your disabled son has to sit in the sidelines and watch you. And I said, no, we don't do things that way. So we were able to negotiate with them. And Rick is the first disabled person in the world, and still is, to ever compete and complete the Ironman triathlon. And because of his efforts, they now have a physically challenged division out there.
Now, you guys participated in the Boston Marathon last year. Could you tell us how that went?
Well, it was just unbelievable because it was the last marathon that Rick and I will be doing together. Rick will still be competing in the Boston Marathons, but he's got somebody else that will be pushing him, and he's a real heck of a guy. He's a local dentist from Billerica, Mass, and he has competed in 2 Ironmans and 14 marathons. And he's just a great human being, and so we're really looking forward, because Rick says if it comes down to one race a year, he wants it to be the Boston Marathon. And Hopkinton is our favorite place. It's just like we've been adopted by the people in Hopkinton. As you can see at the starting line is that bronze statue that was unveiled in the year 2013. It's just unbelievable, and we really love being here today with the schools.
Now, Team Hoyt, it's grown throughout the years. A lot more people are participating with Team Hoyt, and it just seems to be spreading like wildfire, especially throughout the Boston Marathon. Can you just talk about the growth of Team Hoyt?
Yeah, it's unbelievable, because when Rick was born, they didn't want us going into restaurants. People would get up and leave. They didn't want him going to school. They didn't want us competing in the Boston Marathon or road races. And now we're wanted all over the world. It's just amazing how big our story is spreading. And all these other countries emailing us and all that. Matter of fact, Father's Day is coming up. We're going to be down New Bedford. Rick's going to be running a half marathon with Brian. And we're going to go live over to Italy, because it's Father's Day over there, and do an interview with them. And then it's just amazing. We've been to Canada, we've been to Japan, we've been to China, we've been to Germany, we've been to El Salvador. We've just been all over the place. And now we've started Team Hoyt Virginia Beach, Team Hoyt San Diego, Team Hoyt New England, Team Hoyt Canada, and actually they want us to go over to Japan and start a Team Hoyt over in Japan. It's just amazing what's happening and what's going on.
Well, I'm sure Team Hoyt will continue to grow. Thanks so much.
Well, thank you. It will continue to grow, and I think it's going to get bigger and bigger. And I think one of these days you're going to see a Team Hoyt in almost every state.
Dick and Rick Hoyt in the town of Hopkinton had a real and heartfelt connection that started years and years ago, and it's persisted right to this very moment. And to have the sculpture in front of Center School, which honors Team Hoyt, is going to be even more memorable now with the passing of Dick. To me, besides the athletic accomplishments of Dick Hoyt, the most powerful example that they set forth is the strong and bonding relationship between a father and son. That's really what unconditional love is all about.
The Trail Coordination and Management Committee and the Hopkinton Public Library hosted a Trail Explorers program. HCAM's John Ritz was on the scene.
You're going to go and check out some of the stuff? Cool. Do you like trails?
Hi, John. Hi, HCAM. This is Linda Chuss. I'm with the Trails Committee in town, the TCMC, and we're having this event called the Trail Explorers as an activity to try and get more people using the wonderful trails we have in town. As you can see, there's a lot of kids who have interest. Their parents do too, and we're excited to have everyone here. And thank you for coming to share this information with more people.
So we're from Wildwood, a preschool early learning center in Hopkinton. We run on the grounds of the YMCA. These are some of our kiddos.
We're outside full time all year round. Do you guys like going to Wildwood?
What are they making?
Right now they're making little fairy houses or forts. So we usually make big forts in the forest. But now we're making little
my friend Ash.
What's going on here?
Well, John, I'm Steve Frobeater. I'm from the Hopkinton Trails Club. And we're here representing a gift that we're going to be giving the Library of Things next month, which is a child backpack so that families can get out with their small children and be on the trails. So we thought we would bring it, let them see how easy it's going to be to check it out from the Library of Things and use it for a day or a weekend and bring it back.
Cool. What else can the Trails Club do for kids?
Well, we do a monthly trails walk, and we always organize it to where kids and grandparents can keep up. So it's a stroll in the woods led by a leader. It's on Saturday or Sunday. Check our website for what our next trails walk will be, and come out and join us.
Well, we are the Hopkinton Area Land Trust. We manage many hundreds of acres of land in town. There's a map here that shows the open space in town that we manage. And the trails are a lot of fun. And we encourage everyone to get out there as much as possible. And another thing that's on our trails is geocaches. It's a kind of a treasure hunt where you use your phone to look up the coordinates of hidden caches, and the caches can be little tiny things like this, and you open it up and there's your little message inside, and you record that you've been there. And here we have some skulls. This is the pieces of a beaver skull, which we found, I don't know what killed it, lying on a trail. There's a deer skull.
Hi, I'm Amy Harris, and I work for Mass Audubon in the Metro West Hub. And I'm here with my spread of interesting things that people might see on the trails here in Hopkinton and around New England. So we have turkey parts and various types of frogs, which have been singing like crazy recently, different types of nests and how they're made, some with man-made material and other types of natural material. And the turtles, they're going to be laying eggs at the end of the month. So we have their eggs here and a turtle shell and snake skins and maps and all sorts of goodies.
So in Hopkinton, I know there's one sanctuary. Which one is that?
That is Wasika. It's a new sanctuary in our little nest of sanctuaries, and we have trail maps. It's there's only about a mile of trails, and I haven't been there myself yet, but there's a beautiful pond and places that you could go and observe a lot of this wildlife. And then all of our sanctuaries have courses where you could go and learn more about the things, and camps, and it's really a lot of fun if you come to Mass Audubon to learn about things.
Hi, my name is Brian Forrestall. I'm with the Blackstone Valley chapter of the New England Mountain Biking Association. And we're here trying to show kids how much fun it is to work and play in the woods. We have a mountain bike in the back, and if you were 13 or 14 years old, I think you'd have a blast on that. This is a small example of the type of bridges that we build to clear some of the water out there. This is one of my favorite tools called a rogue hoe. And this is a collage of the skills park that we built at West Hill Dam in Uxbridge. And we have a running screen show of just some bridges that we've built in different places.
So I usually think of mountain biking as adults on big monster bikes, all sorts of, but mountain biking is really for all ages, all skills, families.
It certainly is, yes. They have youth leagues in high school now that use the same trails that the adults are using. and the kids are much faster than the adults for the most part, but they're really loving it and they're eating it up. So it's really making a big comeback. From when I was a kid, that's all we did was ride bikes, but these kids are starting to do that now again, so it's really cool to see.
Hello, my name is Danny. I'm with the Sudbury Valley Trustees. Sudbury Valley Trustees, known as SVT, is a land trust, and our job is to...
We have some great scenes from this past week's Memorial Day weekend. Here's Post 202 Adjutant Michael Whalen, who hosted the Hopkinton Memorial Day services. Big thank you to Denise Antaki for sending us this photo. And here is the keynote speaker, Second Lieutenant Jose Alvarado, as he delivered remarks at the Hopkinton Memorial Day services. A big thank you to Denise Antaki, who should be sending us more photos very soon of the Memorial Day services. And here you can see some veterans standing with the renovated World War II honor roll in front of them at the Hopkinton Memorial Day services. A huge thank you to Denise Antaki for these wonderful photos. Our picture of the week, Hopkinton Hillers varsity baseball won the Metro West Daily News Pedroli Classic title at Mahan Field in Natick. In the championship, Hopkinton defeated Lincoln Sudbury in a very wild game, 21-19. Be on the lookout for the highlights of this absolute classic coming very soon. Congratulations to Hiller Varsity Baseball, and we look forward to the postseason. Upcoming town government meetings include the Select Board meeting on Tuesday, June 6th. That'll be live on HCAM TV. But some programs to note. Friday, June 2nd, 6 p.m., the Hopkinton High School graduation on HCAM Ed. And Thursday, June 1st, 6 p.m., Senior Recognition Night will be live on HCAM Ed. For more about programming on HCAM, you can head over to hcam.tv, and for government programming, hcam.tv/gov. And of course, the town website for more about the government meetings at hopkintonma.gov. Believe it or not, we are out of time for this edition of HCAM News, but don't worry, next Wednesday at 6:30 p.m., we'll be back. For everyone at HCAM, I'm Tom Nappy. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll talk to you again soon. As always, we thank you for watching. Take care and be well.